that the shot clock was winding down and was on her at half court, and she still created that shot.
Christie Sides, head coach of the Indiana Fever, recently did something extraordinary for Caitlin Clark and her teammates.
A technical foul on Christie Sides.
I don't blame her. I do not blame her. It's frustrating over there on the sideline for Coach Sides.
With a background that speaks volumes, hailing from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and a lifetime dedicated to basketball, Sides has always been a standout. She shone in high school, collecting top honors before displaying her skills at Ole Miss and Louisiana Tech. It was at Louisiana Tech where she made a significant mark by driving her team to the Final Four, proving her prowess on the court. Now she's channeling that same passion and leadership into coaching.
Tonight we stepped up and we attacked them head on. Couldn't be more proud of my entire team. Just everyone was involved in this one tonight.
Pulling off feats that continue to inspire her team and fans alike. After playing, Christie jumped right into coaching. She started at Ruston High School, then moved up to coach at Louisiana Tech. From there, she went to LSU and helped the team get to 3 Final Fours. Not too shabby, right? But Christie didn't stop there. She followed Coach Pokey Chapman to the big leagues, starting with the Spartak Moscow region team overseas. When they moved to the WNBA, Christie came along too, joining the Chicago Sky's coaching staff. She's basically been everywhere and done everything in women's basketball. Christie also had stints back in college basketball, like at Northwestern and Louisiana Monroe, but the WNBA kept calling her back.
Corners.
I love our defense right now. We're active.
She worked with the Atlanta Dream under Tanisha Wright before landing her big gig with the Indiana Fever in 2022. Now, she's in charge of a team that's really starting to shine, especially with superstars like Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston.
Oh, people may or not, maybe will have the duo. I don't know. Remains to be seen.
These young talents are making waves, and Christie's right there, steering the ship.
Lightning quick. And talk about the physicality. Dana Evans wrapping up Clark. Yeah, I mean, this is a foul for sure.
Fever had a rough patch for a while, but with Christie's experience and leadership, they're looking to turn things around.
Third in the voting last season. Clark, hammer. 3 Sky players coming over.
Now, Caitlin Clark has completely transformed the WNBA.
If Clark knocks this down, she has officially surpassed Brittany Griner.
No joke. Right now, she's literally pulling in viewers like never before.
She's got 36.
She lives for those moments, Gus. She wants to take the big shot, and she will make the big shot.
Seriously, the league is seeing its best viewership numbers in the last 16 years.
I shoot that too. She just up and down Maggie Pina and said, all right, I got enough room. I'm gonna let this fly.
Yep, you heard that right. 16 years. Just this morning, it was reported that after nearly 16 years of not hitting the million mark in attendance, there have been 9 games this season alone that have crossed over into the million viewer territory. That's what we're calling the Caitlin Clark effect, and it's totally revamping how people watch the WNBA.
A sold-out crowd in Evanston tonight for the Northwestern women's basketball game against the Iowa Hawkeyes. All the buzz surrounding a player on that visiting team.
No team, and I mean no team, is pulling in the numbers like Caitlin Clark and her team, the Indiana Fever.
As Caitlin Clark has become a national phenom, and some fans say they went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
Every game this superstar plays is setting new records.
The fan fever was high and in full supply at Welsh Ryan Arena.
This is like the best thing ever.
But the focus wasn't on the home team.
She's pushing boundaries and setting the bar sky high.
All the way behind half court, got to the basket. That cannot happen for Northwestern.
And Caitlin Clark.
There's this viral video on TikTok showing the rise of the WNBA over the last 3 years, and it's mind-blowing to see the impact she's having. Speaking of viral, former Pittsburgh Steeler Le'Veon Bell couldn't help but rave on X about how insane the Caitlin Clark effect is. He posted this clip from 2021 to 2024 showing just how much Caitlin is changing the game, filling up arenas across the country. People can't get enough of her.
Clark for the win! Yeah! Oh! She does it time and time again!
And just when you think it can't get any more intense, new info drops.
She does it time and time again! The 40-piece! And walks off with the W!
Another face-off between Clark and Reese has set yet another viewership record for the WNBA.
Hammer. 3 Sky players coming over. And the official is...
For the second consecutive week, a nationally televised match between Caitlin Clark's Fever and Angel Reese's Sky Shattered records. This Sunday's game was the most watched regular season WNBA game in 23 years, pulling in a staggering 2.3 million views on ESPN. That even topped their previous meeting on CBS, which had 2.2 million viewers.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Ever since Memorial Day, the WNBA has been on fire with its games.
Hey, Beth, you know, it's part of the preparation. We got out the Clarkometer. And a big night for Caitlin Clark. 40.
Pulling in crowds and viewers like never before. Back in 2001, it was a big deal to see even a few games drawing 1 million viewers. But this season, thanks to what they're calling the Caitlin Clark effect,
Oh my! From Schenectady! Clark wheels around, evades Van Lith, and drains.
the excitement is off the charts. Caitlin Clark has been a game changer, and her debut game against Connecticut on opening night set the stage. Not to mention, Chicago's recent win notched the highest ever WNBA viewership on ESPN. It's been nearly 16 years since we saw games consistently hitting that million viewer mark. Now, we've got 9 games this season alone that have shattered the million viewer threshold. And that's not all. Games featuring Indiana against Atlanta and Chicago have been smashing records left and right, making this season a record breaker with 13 games setting new highs in viewership. Back in May, a game between Liberty and Lynx set a new high on CBS, but that record didn't last long.
Rip away for Sabali. Yara Sabali, nice move. Appreciate you watching. For our producer, Bill Thayer.
It got topped by a Sky and Fever game. Right now, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are the hottest tickets in town. Every time they play, viewership spikes, showing that this young star is a major draw. This season's games are setting new viewership records across various networks, proving that Caitlin Clark isn't just good, she's phenomenal, pulling in numbers that are simply staggering whenever she hits the court. This uptick in attention isn't just good for the teams, it's fantastic for the whole league, making every game featuring Clark something you just can't miss. A recent game got chippy when Reese's play on Clark went from a layup attempt to a flagrant foul after a video review. While Ree voiced her opinion on the call, Clark, the league's top draft pick, impressed everyone with her reaction. Known for being vocal, Ree didn't shy away from expressing her frustration with the refs, but Clark, the young star, took it in stride. "It's awesome to see players competing hard," she said. "We all want to win, and that's what makes it fun. Things can get heated, but at the end of the day, both teams are just battling." Clark's maturity is a great sign for the WNBA. Here's a player who understands the intensity of competition while keeping sportsmanship at the forefront. What a role model for the league. Let us know what you think about Clark's cool head in the comments below. We'll keep you updated on her exciting career. See you next time.